Hello everyone! Our first step is going to be sketching out our board shape. So using a slab of clay, you're going to just lightly draw out what shape your tic-tac-toe board is going to be. Thinking about circles or squares or ovals, something that's wide enough you can fit the pieces, and it should be about the size of your hand. If you make a mistake or you don't like the shape, you can just use a little bit of water and rub out those lines. That way we're not losing precious time cutting and recutting and scrapping a shape. So I'm just going to fix that corner real quick, and when I'm happy, I'm switching tools, going in with my needle tool and tracing around the shape, saving my scraps for later. Whenever you cut something out of clay, it's going to make some rough edges. You can't leave those edges. So you want to smooth everything over so that it looks nice and soft. Things after they've been fired are going to be hard and even sharp. For my tic-tac-toe board, I'm deciding that my board is going to be a swimming pool. So I'm kind of adding a little bit of detail by scraping away an inner set of my board using this scraping tool so I can leave a little bit of a ridge going around the side. As always, whenever you're working with the clay, it's going to leave bumps and ridges and spots that if you don't smooth them over, they're going to end up coming out of the kiln sharp. Use a wet fingertip and just rub over any of those new marks you made. When you're ready, you're going to lightly draw in the design for the tic-tac-toe board. So 2 vertical lines, 2 horizontal lines, and try to keep them evenly spaced. Again, if you don't like it, you can just rub out one of the lines without having to change anything too much. When you're happy, you can kind of scrape in those lines a little bit deeper so that they're going to be easier to see. Notice that there's little balls of clay that are coming up as you're doing this. You want to make sure that you remove those, and you want to go over everything with a little bit of water just to smooth over any of those hard, sharp ridges. To make the pieces, you're going to plan on making 4 pieces of one kind, 4 of another. You can keep them the traditional X's and O's, or you can do something that's going to go with the theme of your board. You do want your pieces to fit inside the spaces of your tic-tac-toe board. So kind of keep the board close to you so you can keep an eye on the scale. My board is going to be a swimming pool, and so my pieces are going to be different types of pool floaties. So my first piece that I'm making is this inner tube floaty, and I'm using a needle tool to make the shape. And then that piece becomes a tracer. Trace it 3 more times and cut out the rest of those round floaties. And I cut out 4 rectangular shapes for a different shape of floaties. Of course, use water, smooth any rough spots, and then I'm going to add in some details at the end. There we go.